Tone, there's some real money in the room.
The brother of Finesse2Tymes, he told a story. Finesse told a story about how they got pulled over and No Love didn't want to take his gun charge and everybody was going to go to jail.
Long story short, the police caught No Love trying to take the gun off of him and put it up under my partner's seat, man. Up under Darrow's seat. When the police caught the man trying to put the gun up under the seat, man, the police panicked, man. The police pulled the file, draw down on the whole car. The other police pulled his file. Gun, they got a gun, woo, woo. My baby mama 8 months in the car with my son. Man, these folks that had 15 squad cars pull up, got guns on the whole car, all because of No Love. Then pump fake trying to take the gun off of him and put it under the seat so everybody can have the charge. Guess what No Love told me out his mouth? I said, bro, you know you got that gun under that seat. They finna try to charge all of us on federal. You can't do that. I'm gonna go to the feds. Guess what No Love told me out his mouth? This on my grandmama, on all my kids. Man, all of us gonna have to go to jail.
For it. Well, No Love came out with 607 on Not the Pump and essentially said that that's true.
We gotta start off like this. Why you put the gun under the seat?
That's where I put it. If the gun is in the back seat or the driver's seat,
right,
I know I'm finna beat this charge. You see what I'm saying? Because the driver ain't got no driver license. So when I put the in the seat, in my mind, I know I'm finna go to trial. I know I'm finna beat this. You see what I'm
somebody else in the car took the charge so that Finesse didn't have to take the charge. OG Percy, make it make sense.
Cain killed Abel. Yeah. Yeah, that's how you make it make sense. Brother against another brother. That's how you make it make sense. He lucky he didn't crack him over the head with someone he wasn't looking. Cain killed Abel, man. The coldest part of it, man, hey, I ain't gonna even lie, y'all. I have figured out the finesse and the family beat. I figured it out, y'all. I think I know the answer to all they problems. Now, it's been a different, we've been dealing, on this internet, y'all, we've been dealing with the Finesse family. This internet is like watching, Good Times, the Cosby's, and everybody else family. You understand me? When it comes down to watching people, we started with the Brown, Bobby Brown and Whitney. Then we got into T.I. and Tiny and them family. I'm gonna tell y'all something. That what made me start doing this. Real talk. I started way back before, the YouTubers ever even came on to YouTube. That's why I got called the footage. Because I've been recording. Ever since the Tiny and Bobby Brown, I always wanted to do a reality show like that. But so what I did, I just used my own kids for my family. But now, back to the mission at hand. Yeah, that me up when I seen No Love do what he did, man. That was a cold say, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That would hurt, y'all. Y'all don't know how bad that'll hurt to be sitting in some car with some hey, tell from a crib. One day I was putting down on the red, it was Thanksgiving, y'all, which is coming up, which is my birthday. Everybody, y'all get ready for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, I'll be 56 years old, November the 22nd. This is the month of Tune, Percy, and Bob. I'm saying this is the month of Tune, Percy, and Bob birthday months. You understand me?
Louis Sachi.
Louis Sachi. Louis Sachi. Oh, Louis Sachi. Right. Somewhere down the line, them three amigos. It's the November. But I had to go pick up the meal, man. I was coming to my mama's house for Thanksgiving, y'all. In the November time, y'all, I had to go pick up the goddamn meat food. I had two deep fried turkeys. I went to go pick up. I had a big ass pan of chicken and dressing in the back. I had a double layer German chocolate chip, German chocolate cake. It was 3-layer German chocolate cake in the back. 3-layer German chocolate cake. And I got that in the back, and I had about like 5 sweet potato pies. I had goddamn a $5 roll of quarters, and I had $4 in my goddamn pocket. which added up to be $9. Why am I saying all this? Because that's all I had, y'all. To be honest. I had the food, and I had a roll of quarters, $5, and I had $4. I went and picked the food up, and I said, you know what? I'm going to go by the weed house, get me a sack of weed, and I'm going to enjoy my goddamn Thanksgiving, y'all, with nothing, just a good old free day, you know, and chill. And so what I do, too, I go by my weed man house, I get my weed. Matter of fact, I don't get the weed. I was on my way to the weed house. And I got the Miller and Berry, my neighborhood. You understand me? And when I got the Miller and Berry, man, one thing I don't do, now, I'm gonna let y'all know what I'm driving at the time. I'm in a photo. I don't know what you want to call that goddamn me paint. What's that kind of chameleon? I had a chameleon paint car. It was chameleon paint, and that flopped like 13 colors. You understand me? And the other thing I did too, and I never let niggas ride with me. That's one thing they knew. Dope men, everybody was trying to buy my car because they knew I was still doing drugs, but I had a badass Caprice. Chameleon Caprice. That bitch flops on me, that bitch shine. You can see the sparkles in that bitch a mile away coming. And I ain't never let niggas in my car. And one day too, when I came to the red light, and I seen this nigga that I knew named C-Rod and my homegirl Krayshawn. I knew Krayshawn, I with C-Rod too on the cool, and it was cold in the outside. They was on that corner shivering, but they was getting ready to cross the street. But I knew one thing, C-Rod mama, you know, stay on down the street, but it's gonna be a little way down from where they at. And they say, hey, walking. So I got to the thing, I seen a nigga waving at me, what's up? I let my window down and say, Happy Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving Day. I done picked the food up and everything. And nigga says, hey, man, drop me off at mama's house down the street. I said, man, shit's cold. Y'all come on. Because one thing I ain't got to do, I'm gonna go to where they going. I'm going past their mama's house. I'm going to the weed house. You understand me? Him and this girl ran and jumped in the car. As soon as I got in the car and closed the car door, police pulled up behind me. I looked at my rearview mirror. I said, what the fuck going on? I said, y'all put on your seatbelt. Put your seatbelt on. God damn me. I said, shit. No, because guess what, man? It's Thanksgiving Day. It ain't no cars really on the goddamn street. Everybody's where they at. I'm on my way home with the food, the Thanksgiving food. When the light turned green, his lights turned blue and red. I said, God damn. I said, he pulling me over? What the f? I said, y'all chill out, man. I got one of my lights back to one of my bulbs in my brake is out. I got one, but guess what? I got the brakes. I got the little bulb in the glove compartment where I bought it. I just gotta get somebody to put the money in for me. So goddamn me, when he pulled me over, he came up to the car, he said, man, I said, yeah, man, I already know. He said, what's going on? I said, my light in the back. So I was reaching to the glove compartment to get the bulb to show the man. I got the bulb, I just don't know how to put it in. By this time, there about like 6 more police just coming down the run. Woo, woo. I said, oh shit, somebody in trouble. I mean, you be falling in, you pulling me over by the light. He said, well, I'll talk to you before. I said, no, sir. And then I seen the police going down that way. They came around that corner. They was coming around that curve thing, and goddamn, what the fuck? They coming here. They come where I'm at. And then when the laws get there, the police that was talking to me all cool, out of nowhere. He drawed his gun. He said, put your hands up, put your hands on the wheel. Right now, put your hands on the wheel. I said, oh, goddamn. What the fuck? I put my hands on the wheel. They put theirs. He said, get out the car. Then he told, get her on that side, get him in the back. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, what the fuck? He said, we'll let you know. He grabbed me, got me out the car. Man, nigga handcuffed me, took me and threw me in his car, put everybody in separate cars. I said, what the fuck? No, well, goddamn me. A brake light being there? No. Then next thing you know, he say, I'm going to ask you right now, is there anything in this car I need to know about? Ain't shit in that I was finna go get some weed. Y'all fuck that up here. I got my money right here. That's what I told him. I got my $4 in my change right here. He said, is there anything else in the goddamn car we need to know about? I said, no, nigga, some food. What are you talking about? Niggas tripping. Y'all see how clean I am? I'm finna go have Thanksgiving. They got me sitting in the back of the police and handcuffed like a tripping. They over a goddamn brake light. Then he came back, he said, remember I asked you where you was going earlier? Now he said we got problems with such and your car. No, nigga, go on through that. Ain't shit in there. My goddamn Thanksgiving. Come on, man. Hurry up, do what y'all gonna do, man. Give me my ticket. So he came back to the car and he said, you remember when I asked you, did you have anything in your car I need to know about? I got shit. He said, well, I found this in your car. I said, no. 14 pills a boy and 14 pills a girl. Boy and girl, I don't fuck with no, man, where's that? Where you get that from? Got it from under your passenger side of your seat. Cuz you ain't picked that shit, man. Come on with that. He said, yeah, we got this sack of weed out your food in the back there. I said, I ain't got no, his girl was sitting in the back. He sitting on, man, he said, well, I'll tell you what, Mr. Dim, where you going? I'm going to my mama's house for Thanksgiving. He said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go over and ask this man, is this his? And if he tells us it's his, you know, I'll just let you go and go to mama's house. I appreciate you. When he got over to that, I heard that say loud as day. He said, hell no, that ain't mine. That's his. I said, what the f? No, not on Thanksgiving. We is not gonna do this. By this time, out of nowhere, an old angel flew by. Guess who it was, Tom? Yeah, it was my sister Tanya. I said, where the f Tanya come from? You know, Tanya was, my sister used to be, you know, on the drugs real bad, baby. She pop up out of nowhere, hey? I said, what the hell? It's Tanya supposed to be at mama's house for Thanksgiving. How the f you wait over here? I ain't going to mama house for Thanksgiving. Oh, you on that bullshit. You out here on the bullshit. That's my big sister. But she popped up. I said, where the f Tanya come from? And next thing you know, mama popped up. Dave popped up the fence. I said, what the f? Person sitting in the back of the police, it's still lit up. And so I'm in the back of the car, so I heard my mama say, well, officer, we just want to get the food out the car. He said, no. I said, goddamn, the food, the food going to jail too? Yeah, he said the whole car. He said, this is what happens when we find drugs in your car. Man, you ain't found no drugs in my car. My mama over there, you know my mama there, they just over me that day. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know how the Holy Feast. Percy, now why is you even out here running with people like this? You supposed to be at the house for Thanksgiving. I'm getting this whole sermon while I'm sitting in the back of the police car. Man, I'm pissed off, man. Mama, you better go. You better get away from me right now. I can't say shit. And mama sitting there and had a whole message in front of the police, everything, preaching. Percy, you ought to know better than this person. It's Thanksgiving Day. Why would you be running around here doing this, person? You don't just do this, person. We get tired. I said, ain't this a bit, mama? That is not my shit. Percy, you know that stuff is yours. Goddamn, mama, you know it, mama. Look at you. Percy, you have to cut this out. I'm like, mama, please. Man, take me to jail. Hurry up, get me to jail. I'm f***ed up. We go to jail. Soon we get in the jailhouse, the man them strip us naked. I'm niggas that nigga over there. I'm saying, man, boy, I'm in jail. He kept saying, Percy, my mama gonna get you out. My mama gonna get you out. Don't worry about it. My mama said she gonna burn you out. Cuz, when? We be back in the morning. Cuz, Thanksgiving to be over with, ho. So I'm finna have to sit here on Thanksgiving Day. My family pissed off at me. All the food and went to jail. Cuz, I'm just, man, what happened? So we get in jail, they stripped us down, and they flipped that nigga coat off. He come back to the officer, pulled me back to the thing. He said, Dims, I said, come on, step out. I said, what's up, man? He said, is this yours too? This nigga got 2 big old hundreds of pieces of crack. I said, hell no. He said, well, I got him out that black jacket right there that man had on. He said you gave it to him when he got in the car to ride with him because it was cold outside. I said, God damn, this nigga ain't say no shit like that. He say when you got in the car, you gave him that coat to put on. He said he didn't know what was in there. He said, what the hell was his coat? He said, that's where he f***ed up at Demerson. That's where he f***ed up. He said, I'm sorry, Mr. Demerson. I said, for what, man? I just got me, I'm finna go put on time for boy and girl case, pills, I don't know where they came from. He said, I do. I said, okay, then what? He said, Demerson, we got boy and girl right here. I was scared to take me in behind my back. Yeah, goddamn, my bad. Goddamn, appreciate you. We got boy and girl right here, 14 pills of boy. We got 14 pills of heroin. We got a nickel sack of crack, nickel sack of weed. We got $200 worth of crack. He says, it's Thanksgiving Day. I pulled you over. I think it's pretty fucked up we ruined your family's day. I said, okay, well, you know that much. That's in my goddamn Bonnie Mac voice. Well, you know that much. So what now what? He said, let me tell you why I pulled you over, Mr. Demerson. I said, why, man? It wasn't because of no headlight. He said, the two people that got in your car, they just drug old lady and robbed old lady for her purse, used her credit card, took out her money. We've been watching them. They just came out of a drug house. That's why we know where the pills came from. But we had an eye on them. They was together. We was trying to get them in a place where they could be still. And we were gonna apprehend them. So happened at the red light, they jumped in the car with you. They got it. He said, as soon as they got in the car with you, we knew to pull you over. That's why all the bad girl came. I said, what? He said, and he had that black jacket on when he was there. That's why we already been following him. We already know he had that coat on. But he's saying it's your jacket. We don't know, was it your jacket? He said, no, man. He said, I know you've been doing a bomb the other day, man. That police officer said, I'm sorry. He said, I gotta take you to jail for something. He said, so which one of these you want me to book you in on? The nickel sack of weed. He said, you got it. God damn. Now I gotta go get my car to pound this shit. And the officer, which I thought he was bullshitting, he put all this shit back where it came from, which the nigga he had been watching, and he just booked me in for the nickel sack of weed, and I had like $100 bond to get that fine, what's $150? I'm like, man, but now I'm fucked up at home for Thanksgiving. But now I gotta get out and go get my car. So, all right, I'm finna get out of jail. 150, so some man tell your mama just gonna drop that 100, get me out of jail, man. I'm gonna get my car, man. Hey, man, I'm sorry about that, man. I said, nah, I'm gonna get you. And then we hit the streets, I'm gonna get you. Man, that nigga lied on me. Nigga lied on me and got me through the, he done took the pills and stuck them under my bike and my seat, his bitch and threw the weed and hit her weed in the thing. Got in the car. Krayshawn, one of my homegirls out of Little John. I thought she was cool. Damn, Krayshawn, you can't let that happen to you, boy. That's my girl off the Little John block. Oh, don't worry, this story going somewhere. Don't get bored. Don't get bored. Understand me? So I got out of jail, and I went to see Rod at Mama's house. I beat on the door. I said, man, I'm finna go get my money so I can get my car out the pound. I need to go get my car out the pound. So I beat on the door, and his mama came through. She said, Percy, what the hell do you want? Well, that don't sound like she gonna get my car out the pound. What the hell you want? I said, I can't get the money till I get my car out the pound. She said, get your car out the pound. She said, you sit there and planting all them drugs on my son like that, you gonna come knocking on my door? I said, lady, your son. I said, so he told you. That's why don't you know he got out of jail before I did? That nigga walked by me with his mattress making bun. He called his mom and told his mom in the jail, man, Percy done planted dope on me, mom, and got me locked up. That's why, that's her baby. So she hurried up, went down there and got him. And he don't know the whole time this nigga been lying and f***ing on me and f***ing on me. I'm like, man, I'm gonna see why I did this shit. They told me this nigga was a conniving nigga, man. I put the man, I thought this nigga was a real stand-up nigga, man. But anyway, on top of that, I took off walking through the hood without a car. I walked over one of my partner's house, goddamn me, Mario. I went to the store and I told him, I said, I'm looking for C-Rod. Y'all seen C-Rod? Somebody said, yeah, that nigga over there, Mario, on Bertha Street. I'm on my way. So I went to the house on Bertha Street and I ran into my nigga, shot to my nigga Mario. I beat on the door, Mario was up and I walked in there and C-Rod and the girl, the same girl that was in the car was sitting there. I said, goddamn, Krayshawn and C-Rod. Krayshawn sitting there like she didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like, damn. And then my homeboy Mario said, what's wrong, man? He said, cuz. He said, where the Caprice at? The clean ass Caprice. I said, step outside right quick, man. They were playing domino. I said, that nigga C-Rod planted dope in my car. Him and that bitch right there, Krayshawn, got my car took from me. He said, quit lying. I said, cuz I ain't lying to you. And he said, what? They did what? He said, yeah, man. Cause that's why I ain't got no cause. Everybody liked me cause I had that badass car. I said, these threw dope in my car and let the laws take my car. He said, man, that nigga been trying to f on my girl when I went around too, cuz. On everything. Scared, man. We start talking. So you know what, nigga? He said, all right, man, don't worry about it. Man, don't even worry about it, man. I took out walking. The very next morning, goddamn it, 6 in the morning, police at my door. I said, what the f? It's the law. Mr. Dempsey. I said, yes, sir. He said, I'm trying to ask you, do you know Danye Mays? I said, no, I don't know no Danye Mays. She said, would you mind coming down to the statement, giving us a statement saying, man, I don't know no Danye Mays. Why you keep asking me about somebody I don't know, man? Y'all, I don't get no statements about nothing. I don't want to go no state now. I got the right to remain silent. Fit right out there, I need a lawyer. If I got to go anything, what would you need a lawyer for if you ain't did nothing? I ain't did nothing. I'm just asking y'all why y'all knocking on my door. He said, well, the other day you said you don't know Deontay Mays, but y'all went to jail the other day in your car at the red light. Oh, you talking about C-Rod? Yeah. He said, yeah, so what that mean? Lie on me again? He said, no, we found him dead. And we need his mom said you came by the house looking for him. I said, oh, shit. Man, come on, God. This shit can't be heavy. He found him dead where? On Bertha Street. They said you came by there. I did that. He said, well, how about tomorrow? I was playing cards. That's where we found him at. Okay, what the fuck they got to do with me? He said, somebody beat him in the head with a bat so bad you won't see these pictures. So, man, I don't want to see that shit. I don't give a fuck about that. He got my car, so that means I ain't gonna get my car. I don't give a fuck about him. What about my car? Can I get my car back? Now he gone out. So what you mean? He said, so you don't know nothing about this? But no, I don't know nothing about that. Shout out to my partner Mario. As soon as I left, Friday the 13th, Louisville Slugger. Just a friendly game of baseball. That's all it was. On that man, he put him in the closet and he put the bitch in there with him. He didn't do nothing to the bitch. I was gonna kill the bitch when I seen her. When he got him, I'm gonna get her. And then I pulled up to go get her and she was standing on a little jump with my partner asleep. I said, goddamn, hey, say, man, come on, man. What? I said, Krayshawn, he ran up, he said, man, what's wrong, Percy? I said, yeah, that's the bitch that threw the dope in my car with C-Rod. He said, say, no, man, let her make it, man. That's my niece. That's your niece? I was gonna, and she sitting there looking like, damn. Well, I'm gonna go on end this story and make it short. Both of them dead now. Y'all don't be looking at me. Y'all can look them up. Yeah, Krayshawn and C-Rod, they're gone. I went down around the corner because when you asked about, people framing people and throwing shit in the car and don't want to take their case and they lick. Oh, I've been there. I done that. I found one thing out about them old finesse boys, that finesse family. You got no love and you got finesse. The answer to both of them, they just no good. That's the answer. Both of them just ain't no good for nobody. They both scandalous. They both scandalous in their own ways. You understand me? So I found out every time I tried to choose a side, I thought this was wrong. Then this nigga right here finesse me and think, no, man, I come to find out, for a nigga to say, no, we all going to jail. Boy, you can't never come back from that. Never. You can't never come back from that. I don't give a fuck what. Man, hey, I like no love, but now, the whole car gotta go to jail? Hell yeah. What? Oh, boy, you can't come. So you willing to send your brother? I told y'all Cain killed Abel. I told y'all can't hold water. That nigga admitted it. That hurt my feelings when I heard Finesse saying what that nigga said. I told him, hell no, I need to do that shit. Hell no. That was the checkmate. That put the icing on the cake out of everything. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It don't get no worse than the nigga say he ain't gonna take his lick. Man, what you mean he don't take your lick? You ain't gonna take that? Y'all know how I felt that officer walked up there and showed me that shit and that nigga went over there and said, hell no, that ain't mine. What the fuck? That's a cold get down. To know that the nigga with you gonna fuck over you. That hurt. And what hurt the most when it's your own brother. I found. Ain't nothing to say on that one. Bars.
Hey, real tone, there's some real money in the room.